On the western slopes of the majestic Andes Mountains lies one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet, the Chocó Andino. Following a friendly tip, we head down the Nono Tandayapa Road. We've taken the old route out of Quito. Our destination, Bellavista Cloud Reserve, a paradise for bird-watching lovers. There, we'll meet Richard Parsons, owner of the first ecological private reserve ever created in Ecuador. This magical place, nested in the very heart of the cloud forest, immerses us in lush, vibrant nature, while offering comfort and international quality service.
Richard and Gloria had this amazing dream in 1991 to build something up in the beautiful Tandayapa Valley. We started with a geodesic dome. We started out with an area that was not forested. And we just kept building as time and possibilities allowed us. Bellavista Cloud Forest, geodesic dome, to what we now have, much more comfortable rooms with fabulous views across the forest and a lot more space. Wonderful dining area with views down over the valley and, of course, good food. Whatever you could enjoy just to have a few days, peace with your family, with your friends, and discovering what the forest is all about. You give a recognition to a place like this with its forest. You give a value to the forest. So the forest is no longer called monte, which is kind of like, scrub. Rather, it's called a forest, and a forest in its own right, and a forest with an incredible amount of species. And if you're looking at it, you're talking that we're no more than 30 kilometers from the edge of Quito as the crow flies.
Would you say that you're not only doing conservation but also preservation?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, those two concepts are frequently confused. And preservation tends to have the idea that it's untouchable. Conservation tends to have the idea that there's a human element involved. If it's preservation, it can't be touched. It has its advantages. But if you're looking at making it acceptable for the local community, you have to think of conservation, because then that local community also has a way of, I can make a living from this. It's not just closing the door. So that's a really, really important change.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a bandana.
It's a bull.
It's a Bellavista Natural Reserve, Cloud Forest Reserve in Ecuador. Buff.
Any day?
At any time in Ecuador.
In Bellavista Cloud Forest Reserve.
Cloud Forest. Once ready, we hit the trails. But a sudden rain catches us off guard. We take shelter. As quickly as it came, the rain moves on. We're back on the trail, this time with Richard by our side.
Es algo increíble. Cada vez que voy a este bosque, mira, y que es mi bosque, ¿no? Supuestamente. Prestado por unos cuantos años hasta que vuelva a ser el planeta cuando yo me vaya. Pero cada vez que yo miro, yo digo, hay tantísimas cosas aquí. Y no es que todo es conocido, y no es que sabemos cada especie. La realidad aquí es que no sabemos casi nada. The sound of water. The sound of water, it's all around you in a forest like this. Dripping through the trees. rushing down the valley in streams and waterfalls. This forest is so unexplored and so hard to explore that there are streams without any names. There are waterfalls that don't appear on any map. For someone who comes from the other part of the planet, digamos, someone who comes from Europe, to discover the abundance, the profusion of leaves of different shapes and sizes, huge ones, small ones full of holes from insects, on the moss covering the trees. Moss everywhere because this is a cloud forest, and the cloud comes in sometime every day and drapes the trees in mystery.
After a restful night among the clouds, we're up early to greet the forest sunrise and witness a fragment of the area's astonishing avian diversity. An early rising turquoise jay visits our cabin. I'm curious, what is it up to? The bird slips into the glass balcony. I fear it might get hurt, so I step in for an emergency rescue. Should I let him go? I'm excited. I get really nervous with birds. It's always been like hard for me to touch them. Yes. But he started bumping into the glass. And then it's when they break things, no?
Oh well, we survived.
How many hectares do you have here?
Bellavista is about 400 hectares.
And with this new alliance, how many more?
About 650 at the moment.
How many people are involved in this?
I would have to count. It's about a dozen people, about a dozen different, including ourselves, obviously, which is the biggest piece. You've also got the Universidad de San Francisco de Quito. You've got a guy from Germany. You've got a guy who's partly Chilean with an Ecuadorian. You've got Ecuadorians. You have a whole different group of people. And the whole idea is that this then expands and it becomes that Tandayapa is something pretty different. I mean, what this was like when we came here in 1991, you heard a chainsaw every day. Your neighbors were cutting down with chainsaws. And the reason that we were able to buy the first pieces of land was because this was no longer the main road. I mean, the road you came up today and you had to cut down some trees to get through was the main road from Quito to the noroccidente, to the northwest, and down to the coast. 1995, the new road exists as from that date, coming round from Cali Cali to Los Bancos, and it's obviously a tarmac road, a decent road.
Bellavista has become an exceptional place for bird watching. So today, we join other visitors.
It's a time when all the birds come out. And this is wonderful. Feeling the dawn of a new day. Everyone wakes up, everyone needs to have some food. They find moths, other insects around.
How you doing, Gabriel?
Hey, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Now we tried to catch the blue-green mountain tanager in the scope. Look at these big birds in the scope. In this case we have an adult. So you can see the blue beak. And look at the really bright red eye.
They're everywhere.
Yep.
Here, more than 600 feathered voices dwell, each with its own story, each with its favorite corner to sing. Birds write a daily poem of biodiversity with their wings. Ecuador is one of the world's top bird watching destinations, there are over 60 lodges and specialized birding routes, stretching from the Amazon to the Andes and the Galapagos. Bellavista is more than just a forest. It's a natural laboratory where science and magic coexist. For decades, its trails have witnessed the patient work of biologists, naturalists, and dreamers who document, protect, and celebrate the diversity that flourishes here. You're actually saying something that a lot of us have been insisting. It's not true. We don't need more roads, and we have a lot of logistics that the Central American countries don't have. And nevertheless, they are having better numbers than we do. So this
because Ecuador doesn't know how to promote itself, and that's what you're trying to do, and what you'll be doing extremely successfully as from now.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
My basic life has been here in Ecuador. So all the time I'm telling people that Ecuador has an unbelievable amount of diversity of ecosystems, cultures, landscapes, and just the availability of this country to do a really interesting trip or to do a study program. Absolutely.
Study abroad programs and multi-destination.
The idea is you give a lot of opportunities to learn